Today we're going to go over the cube and how it works with armor. A few people in the community have been asking about how it works. Let's dive into it. We'll play around, see what we get out of it. Fingers crossed it actually gives us something good. Let's get into it. Alrighty, so I'm going to try and break this down to the best of my ability. Here we go. So we've got the cube. We're going to start with, let's say, some ancestral magic boots. I'm sort of only doing this on any GA stuff. I'm sure you can do it without GA stuff, but I just don't want to burn through too much of my resources. So we'll attempt it and see how we go. So with this one, you can see that it's got the two affixes on there. You can add, you can re-roll, you can remove the affix. So what that means is if you don't want life regeneration, you click remove. It's going to use resource. It will tell you how much it's going to use. So like one of the first ones, 15 of the second, you can see that like, oh, there you go. You got that. Yeah, and go from there. So if I want to remove an affix, I can, there's two ways I think you can sort of do it. You can tune it and then hopefully you know what you're sort of removing. But let's just go with this and see how it turns out. All right, so I got rid of the GA. Perfect. And that's why I guess you probably want the tuning prism on there to hopefully stop something like that happening. But we'll keep going with it. So if you want to add one, so say for instance, like with the boots I've currently got on, Dex, Life, Armor, and Evade, you've got the life regeneration on there. If I want to add an affix, say for instance, the life one. So I'd go add affix, go across here, and then you'll see here you can basically target what you're chasing in terms of adding affixes. So here you got skill and core. You got your resistance, your offensive, your mobility and utility, defensive, and resource. So for this one, we're going to go defensive, whack that puppy in there. And then when we do it, we're hoping that it's going to throw like say a maximum life or an armor in there because we've thrown that in there. So if we go now and hit it, we got life. Perfect. So now if we want to get dex on it, we're going to want a core. So what we're doing is we're taking that out, we're throwing this one in, and then we're hoping that it's going to give us dex. So it gave us dash. So you can go again. So I think you've got, where is it? Your chaotic reroll or your focus reroll. Focus lets you basically pick this one and it will keep rolling it for the different ones that you could get. So let's try it now. Caltrops, I think that's how you say it. And you can keep going from there. You've also got other ones that you could possibly put on there as well. Like you could do another armor one, so adding another armor. Or you can even just like add another affix if you want to in that sense. You can just go add affix, go again, boom. And we get the dex there. So we got dex, life. So you got the 4 stats. You'll also see that it changed from a magic to a rare. The color changed on it. So once you've got it to that stage, there's a few options you can do with this item. And say you don't want life regeneration, you can like chaotic reroll, all that sort of stuff there, or you can go back over to the occultist and enchant it. So if I throw that in here, it'll let me click on that life regeneration. It's going to use some forgotten souls to do so. Bang. So you change it to, let's say, movement speed, which is good for there. So dex, life, armor, and movement speed is sort of what we're chasing. And then, yeah, you can probably go back and re-roll the other one if you wanted to, or you can sort of leave it like that. Don't forget, you want to be imprinting them as well. So say, wait up, we'll change it to a legendary first. So we've got the 4 that we want on there. Then you've got that. you can sort of focus the what's it called? You can focus the aspect if you want to, or if you've already got it unlocked, you can just go across and change it there. But I'll show you that in a second. So if we pop that, sweet, we got a legendary. It went on to Earth Strikers. So now if we go over back to the occultist, we've got the imprint aspects. So we can go in here and then change it to whatever one we want. So if I go Sigfoot, for instance, boom, and you'll see that it changes from Earth Striker, Sigfoot, done. So now we've got that sorted. That's the like a little breakdown on how you can go about it. I will show you with another item in a second. All right, let's go back here. So say we're going to do it this time. We're going to do it with the rare crossbow. So on the rare crossbow, I want a dex life damage over time multiplier and poison damage multiplier. So we've got dex, we've got critical strike damage multiplier and primary resource. So if I go there, we got the 3, add affix. Gonna want a life one there. So we come across defensive, throw it in. Boom. Dex life, and then we can adjust from there. So if we go focus re-roll, take that back out. And we're gonna want to try and change one of them other ones to, because if we can at least get 3, then we can go and enchant the other one if we want to. So we want damage multipliers. So we're going to go with offensive, right? So if I put that in there, so it's a focus reroll with the offensive, as you can see. Focus reroll. Boom. So into shadow damage multiplier. And we're trying to get a poison damage or a damage over time. So what we can do is we can just hit it again. And it can do things like that, where it changes your dex to weapon damage. So we'll go again. And what have we changed there? I've mucked around with them a few times. I'm sure you can see it. Go again. Oh, yeah, it was the crit one, so they swapped that around. But yeah, you can basically burn through these by mucking around with them there. But once you've... But it can also get rid of the GA, which I've just realized as well, which is great. Nice. You can remove, if you want to remove one as well. So if you feel like it's absolutely chuffed it, you can go remove, offensive, boom. There we go. So it removes one. Then you can go again. But yeah, so that's basically what you can do there. You do have one more thing. So once you've got an item to a point where you're happy with it, let's find a ring, shall we? So looking for a ring with speed, cooldown, damage over time, and poison damage. This is another fun one. So we can throw the ring in. So we'll try and get attack speed on this thing. So let's go with focus reroll. Yeah, so once you've got a legendary item, it won't let you remove an affix off it. So it'll only be when it's a rare item that'll let you remove it. So once you've gotten it to that stage, just make sure that everything's right on it. Next life armor evade. So if we try and change that last one. Pop that in, focus reroll. You can go chaotic if you want, but it's going to do a random. So it's just going to switch a random one on you. So that can be even more brutal. bit funny sometimes. And we can see there that it changed it to caltrops. So you can muck around with it as much as you want. It also took away the GA and doesn't replace it with another GA, which is brutal. But once you've got an item to where you want to have it, like for instance, the boots that we've got here. So we'll just masterwork of them.
Worthy of the ancient beast.
So I want it on dex instead of armor.
That is a scary.
There we go. So we've got that the way that we want it. Come back over here, throw them in. Now, we've got the old transfigure to deal with. So you can go transfigure an item and it will use the mat there, so the volatile, and it'll use one. You can also, you come back over here, oh, in the road again, you've got this. If you whack that on, it makes it less risky, but it also stops you from getting the most powerful rolls on it. So it's up to you what you want to do, and it will make it unmodifiable. So you got to see if it's worth it. So for this one, I'm gonna leave it off, and we'll see what it gives us, eh? So what did we end up getting? Indestructible. Terrible. But that's where, if I used that, it would have helped not drop something like that, and it would have been probably something that I could use. Remember when you are doing that as well, that if it is an item that holds sockets or anything like that, you make sure you do that first, because once you've done it, it will literally lock it, and it will be, you'll see it down here, unmodifiable. So you can't, it's account bound, you can't do anything with it, you can't change anything on that item anymore. It is the way it is, and there's no changing it. So it's up to you whether you want to do it, but you can get a lot more power out of it by doing it. For this one, when I done it, you'll see, where is it? Over there. You got the life on hit. So that's not too bad. But yeah. That's basically a quick rundown on armor sort of thing. So you've got your add affix, your chaotic rerolls, your focus rerolls, your remove affix. Remember, the add and remove is only on your rare and magic items. So you can't do it on the legendaries. And then you've got, yeah, a few different bits and pieces, like your recycling uniques. If you've got 3 of the same one, you can recycle it for another version of it if it's no good. Remember, you got your upgrade to a legendary. So if I put this in, it gives me that option to upgrade it to a legendary, and so on and so forth. I hope that gave a little bit of a breakdown on the armor side of things. I will go in more depth on other items like the charms and runes and stuff in another video, but I just wanted to do a quick little breakdown on the armor stuff in the cube. People seem to be having a bit of confusion around it and how it works, so I hope that helped. All right, we're gonna have a little play around with the unique side of it. So we'll pop 3 of them in. So you can recycle the uniques, 3 of the same ones. So they're all Yen's Blessing. And we'll see what we get. So we've got a GA on life regen, 44%. We've got a 52% and a 46%. Let's see what it does when we whack all of them in. I might just take that favorite off just in case. Let's go. So there we go. I guess it's completely random. So it gave me a 50% don't have the GA. Yeah, so it's a bit of a risk. Like I wouldn't be doing it with anything that you could possibly use, but if you do have some before you do bin them, I would put them through here just in case it throws out, let's just say a 3 GA or something like that crazy. So another thing that you can play around with. All right, so I hope that all helped and it made it a little bit more clear on how you could use it. I sort of ran over it probably a little bit fast, but I will do some more videos, especially on other parts of the cube. But I just wanted to do the armor one just to sort of make that under like a bit more understandable. So I hope that helped. We'll dive into some more videos later, but good luck on the blasting journey. Drop into the stream if you have any questions on certain items or what to do. And I'm more than happy to help, or someone in the community is. Thanks for watching, guys.